guys, what's up? We're gonna be drawing a caricature of this guy, and I'm gonna try to do two versions of him. One maybe more melancholy version, and one maybe more extreme, little bit more extreme version. So I'm gonna be using a Copic marker. Oh, that thing is leaking, and then a Prismacolor pencil, just to kind of get my get the general, like I'll pencil out some idea, shape ideas. So, caricaturing is one of the more malleable things I've come across. There seems to be guys that will do it so completely and radically different, and then some guys that will, just stick to the norm, which is fine, like most people. But there's this huge way to kind of, be creative with it that I haven't seen in almost any art form, and I really like it. So, to kind of get an idea of it, you're either exaggerating or you're cartoonifying. It's really up to you. Yeah, specific style. You can cartoonify that person in that style, or you could kind of exaggerate their features, or both. So that's one version over here, and let me see. I'm gonna exaggerate this version of him over here, maybe. Although I'm thinking of head shape first. Actually, let me go over this one first, and then we'll get into it. So, right off the bat, I'm going to start with his eyes. I usually start from the inside out. It doesn't matter, though. You can start from the outside in. And the axis of his eyes are already a little bit angled, slightly. I mean, they're a little bit different. They're almost like that Asian axis, And I feel like one eye is a little bit more closed than the other. There are always asymmetries in everybody's face, really. And the older you get, the more asymmetries you get. That's just the way it happens. I feel like one eye's more closed than the other. Marks in his forehead. It's a good sign of character there. It's a good character thing to take advantage of. He's got pretty kind of a big nose. Again, that's more. I think it's more of an older person thing. As you get older, the cartilage in your nose will change shape. The lines inside of his face. Mustache is a huge character trait, obviously. Pretty much on anybody that has a mustache, that kind of goes over the upper lip. Anybody has a mustache like that, that's usually a huge character trait. If you look at Dr. Phil, guys like that, it kind of defines them, really. Capture the overall shape of his face. A lot of that, I think, is in the curvature of his face. Seems like he's kind of losing his hair. It's kind of going gray as well. It also has like a interesting look to it, sticking out a little bit, making a kind of an odd shape. And it's a little bit dark on top. I could indicate that. For right now, I'm not thinking about it. I don't want to really indicate it right now. The dark. Let me see. It's actually kind of difficult, really. I could just even out the odds. Normally, I'll make them totally bald on top. Sometimes you even out the odds when you're drawing cartoons. See his lower lip, and then he shoulders, that kind of broad shoulder there. Alright. Anyways, it's just one way to draw him. I think that's more of a basic caricature way to draw him. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Anyways, it's okay. You know, it's alright. Again, you're drawing representations of people. You're not drawing everything with every detail. He's got no eyebrows, though. I gotta give him eyebrows. What is what's missing? You're drawing representations of people, impressions, first impressions. Like, what's your first impression of that person? You know, it's very, you know, because of that, I think that's why you can play around with it so much. All right, let me go to this second version, and again, you're kind of like getting a feel for him. What would he? It would be like he has a rounder face. Maybe I exaggerate the hair shape a little bit. His nose is big, and that's, like I said, it's an easy target with older people. Their nose. It really is an easy target because, like I said, the cartilage changes, things like that. It might look almost the same, actually. I'm trying hard not to. Look at that pull. Alright, I have kind of an idea. Let me try it out. Let's see. And the eyebrows first this time. I'll make sure to capture that. Lower eyelid. And capture that lower eyelid that the older people have. So now I'm really going to get into the nose. And the shape of that. Pay attention to the way things are shaped, you know. It's almost like sometimes you're copying the curvature of someone's feature, you know. It really has nothing to do with how big it is or anything like that. You're copying the curvature of it. And I have his mustache come right out of his nose. Alright. What's this? Pull his hair out. Looking a little bit Albert Einstein-y actually right now. No, looking a little Sideshow Bob-ish. Not Sideshow Bob. Looking a little bit clownish. I gotta watch out with a hairdo. And I'm going to make his shoulders come straight up from his side. I'm going to exaggerate that as well because he's got really broad shoulders. Alright. That is, and he's got kind of the freckle thing going on, the way Morgan Freeman does. A little bit, just a little bit going on. And I'm going to take one last look, one last pass. Kind of a split in his lip a little bit. Whenever I drew people, people always wanted their, like, something they're known for, you know, like, oh, I'll put that thing in my lip, or draw my birthmark, you know, something like that. Even if it wasn't even that prominent, you know, but they were, like, known for it. I'm assuming it's one of those traits that you, as you know people, like, really, you look at more and more, but as a new person, I didn't see that much. Anyways, those are two ways, you know, one, like I said, two ways to draw the same person. You can draw them a million different ways. It's crazy. It's really infinite, different artists. If you want to see somebody who draws crazy, like really insane caricatures and really pushes the limit, I would go to Google Chris Chua. I think it's Chua. Chris Chua. He does some crazy caricatures where he pushes stuff I've like really crazy. Check him out. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you next time for the next one, and I'll see you soon. See ya.